Alright, we're gonna be playing some more RuneScape Dragon Wilds here again. Just give me 1 second, I'll get it the screen swapped over. It seems to be on a habit of not always loading in the first time. But I always have to come into my game settings and it defaults to the Steam Deck settings. I like reducing the global illumination, reflections, and foliage. I feel like it helps a little bit with frame rate dips. Notice a little bit more frame rate dips in Fall Hollow, I believe is what they call it. Down Dune Reach is the newest one. I haven't gotten to it yet. Got that all up. Let's go ahead and see if we can jump in this world and actually load in the first time without crashing. I put in about a little bit over 20 hours in this game so far, and even in its state right now, it's so much more fun than, and I'm glad I actually didn't jump into it last year when I first saw it pop up. There's so much more content now than there was then. Looks like it did freeze again. Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna go ahead and exit out. Oh, well, maybe not. Just give me 1 second. It looks like it actually crashed my Steam Deck. It's another reason to stream on another platform, whether console or PC, because if I was doing this all on one same device, my stream would go down. All right, I'm back in. Anywho, let's go ahead and get back in there. You can see, yeah, I've got 21 hours in. Go ahead and get it jumped in. I think I'm using a compatibility mode with Proton. It's funny, I've kind of catered between turning it on and off, and I've got it to run with both, but I feel like it always crashes the first time around once I first boot it up. And then the second time it tends to load actually in. It's a pretty consistent issue that I'm having, at least with my Steam Deck and my settings that I keep using. Unfortunately, every time I get back in, I got to do those settings again. It keeps changing itself. It keeps defaulting to those Steam Deck values. I can understand why they set those preset values. It's because they're choosing the best what they think is going to be for this platform. And I do agree it's good, but at the same time, I don't mind suffering a little bit of quality for more performance. That's just my preference anyway. Because I've grown up in the early 2000s with a lot of the early decade 3D games, so I am willing and have experience of those lesser quality games, and they ran well. Well, not all of them anyway, but you get what I mean. I have noticed the difference with using full screen. Just gonna look over a couple things. The sharpness. Yeah, that's good enough for now. We'll go ahead and jump in. Hopefully, it'll keep being persistent as it is. Jumping in the second time should work just fine. But yeah, this game's got a lot of really, really good qualities about it. I absolutely love the artistic style. It's definitely one of my favorite aspects to it. It kind of reminds me of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, and another game I'm thinking, of course, Borderlands, very very similar to that, and even like Wind Waker, Zelda, very similar artistic 3D style. Oh, it looks like I crashed the game again. Wow, this is the first time it's actually crashed twice in a row. Well, let me. I'm usually not sitting here diagnosing things, trying to get things to work. I could be doing this all covering you up with a screen, but then you wouldn't be seeing what I'm doing, so I don't really mind. It's not like I'm hiding anything. But let's go ahead and launch it in here. I'll just turn the compatibility mode off and see what happens. I'm kind of curious if they did any updates recently, because sometimes that could potentially cause some issues. Yeah, we'll see here real quick. There we go. We're loading in. Hopefully, no more crashing. So far, I found it. I use cross between keyboard and mouse and controller whenever I'm playing RuneScape Dragon Wilds. I just really enjoy the controller feel with combat and just wandering around, adventuring around. Keyboard and mouse I feel like is great for while I'm in base, doing inventory sorting, crafting, all that kind of stuff. I feel like keyboard and mouse is perfect for. Sure, I could play it all in keyboard and mouse, but you know, the controller's kind of a casual experience, so I kind of enjoy that. Let's go ahead and go back over the settings, make sure they're all turned to those values that I want. Shadows on, foliage off, illumination. Whoops, I don't want dynamic. I want to leave it at 30. Full screen apply. What screen resolutions? There's 11720. We'll leave it at 1280. Moment of truth. I hope it actually works this time. I don't see why it shouldn't, because usually it goes in just fine. I've never had it crash multiple times in a row trying to load into the game. Starting to not have very high hopes now. I'm going to give it a minute. I'm not going to just exit out. I want to see what it does. Because I don't see the loading icon doing anything. I don't think I'm doing anything to make it crash. I really don't like playing it in windowed mode. It actually, performance-wise, it runs a little bit better when you put it in the full screen. It doesn't look like it's going to load in. Fortunately, this is the third attempt. This is the first time I've actually had this much of a struggle loading in. I might restart my deck and see if that help resolves the issue. I'm afraid if I press my Steam, oh no. All right. We'll see. I'm gonna go ahead and exit out, see what it does. Yay, it didn't crash. Let me. No updates today. I played it yesterday. I'm just gonna restart the deck and do another attempt. Sorry this is being such a pain. This is the first time this has happened. Usually it just crashes once and then I'm usually in running and playing. Just still waiting on the Steam Deck to restart. It's not like I leave the thing on all the time. So let's try it again here. Gonna leave it on that standard, not forced compatibility. just because I know it does run, and I have run it successfully both ways with using either Proton 9 or just leaving it, the forcing off. I may just not worry about the settings and maybe just jump in and see how that works. Once we actually get loaded in, go over somewhat of a little bit of a summary of the agenda. I'm not going to play super long. I may have a little bit longer stream than I did yesterday. Yesterday was just kind of a short, quick session because I still haven't. I'm looking at upgrading a little bit more of my recording equipment. I'd like to utilize a little bit more besides just Let's Plays. I plan on doing some. Did it crash again? Yep, it did. I guess it really doesn't want me to play RuneScape Dragon Wilds today. So, man, I was interrupted too. Basically, I'm kind of in the middle of getting some of my new additions to recording equipment. I kind of want to get a setup going to where I can have a silhouette of myself while I do my live streams, my Let's Plays. And also I want to be able to use it to an extent to where I can at least have a little short session maybe while I'm doing some game development and stuff to stream a little bit during my a little bit of my workflow, not the full, because I'm just kind of the way I work, I get so focused and absorbed into what I'm doing. I don't want people to feel like I'm ignoring them because I mean I get really focused, and if I'm constantly interrupted, or I say interrupted, but you know, people giving me comments, this kind of stuff, then I like to respond to them. You know, that's why I do these streams. I want to do these streams so that you can talk with me. I set them up. You know, it's kind of a chill chat, just kind of hang out, talk about just whatever we're doing here on the streams. They're definitely not going to be a tutorial type thing. That's not the direction I'm going with my game developments. It's more of just insights and just talking and chatting more than anything. Hey, I'm your friend. Just let's hang out and let's be friendly together. That's kind of the ideas and concepts behind that. I'm going to go back and put it back into compatibility mode. I'll just do 9 again. I really didn't want this to turn into a troubleshoot. So I'm debating whether I'm gonna continue this effort or just have to call it if it just decides to be too much of a pain. I really want to play though. I mean, there's some other things I could play. I could get out my Oblivion Remastered, play it, but I don't actually have the stream set up for that. I'd hate to pivot just because of all the stuff I set up, the thumbnail and topics. And this could be one of the big issues. I'm not a huge fan of Unreal, but I do feel like RuneScape Dragon Wilds and even I Am Jesus Christ actually kind of shows that if you do things right, the performance isn't terrible with Unreal Engine. I feel like there's a lot of other factors that are coming into place with other developers that are not picking up the slack on some things that they should be. Upscaling. Let's do balanced. Let's keep SFR fast. Turn that off. Reflections off. Foliage off. Come on, let's work this time, please. Well, there you have it firsthand. I could submit a support thing on this and kind of tag to this stream to JGX. Might be worth it because I persistently have this problem, but I'm not sure. This gets into a weird pickle because they're designing the game around running on Windows, and then I'm using Steam basically, Steam OS specifically, and running Proton to run it. So technically using Proton is kind of a roundabout way of running it in a Linux-based operating system. But it might be worth it because I know that they want to be Steam Deck capable, compatible, and verified. Most typical indies or even anybody that sells a game wants that stamp because then you're catering to those users that have those devices. It's a huge good selling point just because of the fact that if you're a big Steam fan, you probably have a Steam Deck, and then you play and even buy off of the validation of, you know, the stamp. Because there's literally a filter in the Steam store that you can look at all games that are considered Steam Deck verified. Granted, I do believe that there are some out there that are not verified. I would not recommend playing, for example, I'm a big fan of it, Oblivion Remastered on the Steam Deck. It just takes a lot of effort and tweaking. If you're wanting to just jump in and play without doing a whole lot of trial and error with settings and stuff, then I just recommend you playing on either a higher end PC or on a, well, I say on a console, but I've heard mixed kind of reviews on that too as well with performance because of consoles. But anyway, getting a little bit off topic there. I've got a few things that I do want to acquire. I need to get some more granite because basically I need to create the next tier of the blast furnace. So I need granite, draconic draconic leather, which we can get from draconic like wolves. They'll be in Fell Hollow. We do need to go to at least another vault to get some more vault cores. That'll be useful too because I can then create more lodestones, as well as I need it for this new smelter furnace tier, or whatever you want to call it. I think it's called a smelter. What is it? Let me pull it up again. It's called a blast furnace. We need this blast furnace. Once we get it built, then we can make steel. And I will probably also have to have the blast furnace also as well for mithril once we get to Down Reach and start accruing some resources there. My main goal is kind of just focusing on the main stories to get to all the in-game kind of stuff, to get to the highest resources. And then once I get to those highest resources, I'd like to create a museum of a lot of these like different items, stuff you can create, just kind of have them all on display. It just gives me some fun little elements for piddling around with the base building system and stuff like that. This is a very fun little sandbox game, just kind of finding, you know, your own kind of agenda besides just a questing system. There are quests, and I'm going to focus on the main ones, mainly for progression, and I'll comb back through them as I kind of get where I need to be. Because I want higher tier equipment. I'm only at like the 4th tier. I think the highest tier you can acquire currently still right now with their content is 5. I am kind of curious how high they're going to go, because if you're familiar with RuneScape, excuse me, if you're familiar with RuneScape, the last I looked, Runite was originally the highest tier level of equipment you could acquire in resources, but I think they had something past that, and it's like Dragonite or something like that. But anyway, I'm kind of curious if they're going to utilize all of those resources in the system. They probably will. But we'll see. I mean, they already have in the streamline, I think maybe this year, later this year, they're going to be releasing Adamite, which is the tier after Mithril. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. We'll just have to wait and see. Jagex is pretty good about following the roadmap unless there's huge snags. But this is the first time I've kind of gotten back on board with Jagex in a while. I used to be a big RuneScape fan back in the day, but MMOs are just not my kind of thing, especially when they're grindy. Their old one, at least, the one I originally played, was point and click, and it just gets a little boring after a while. It's like, if that's all you have, let's play, that's great, but I mean, there's so many other better games to play. And that's why I just kind of quit wasting my time. But I always love the lore and just the feel, and everything they kind of just use to develop the game is great. And this is actually making an excellent game. I probably should repair my staff before heading out. Let's see what resources. It's probably Blightwood. Yeah, and I actually have some. I'll have to go there again sometime to get some more just in case. I might need to acquire some more for repairs or something. But we'll see. Let's go ahead and focus on the granite and vault cores. Let me go ahead and get my map pulled up, and I'll just start kind of scouting out. Oh, there we go. My controller was not connected. So here we are. I've actually gone to all 3 vaults here. I haven't gone to any of the vaults in Fractured Plains. I could technically go ahead and go to that one. There actually is in one of the Highlands. I figured it was around there somewhere. There is quite a bit of granite over here. I could either go here. They're both about the same distance. I might just go to the vault in Fractured Plains, maybe, potentially. We'll see. But yeah, because I definitely need some vault cores, that's for sure. All right, well, let's go ahead and get to teleporting. Let's see, is there a vault up there? No. I don't think I found any vaults. I don't even know if there is. I have to look at the map because I haven't explored all of Fellhall yet. There probably is some vaults. I don't remember if there actually is some vaults in Down Unreach or not from my research. We'll go ahead and teleport here. And there is quite a few granite deposits over here that I can look for. It should be pretty quick and easy finds. There might even be one right over here. Yeah, I think I do remember one being there. Stone, granite. There we go. We'll go ahead and grab this one. There is some enemies over there. While I'm thinking about it too, I think I didn't adjust any of my settings. Did I? I've done it so many times I can't even remember what I did and what I didn't. I don't really need all that stone, but sure, I'll just pick it up. That's fine. All right, hello there, buddy. I think this might be another granite deposit right here. Let's see, stone, ash. What is that? Granite, there we go. Let's see, we can go ahead and use it. Really don't want stone, I just want the granite. I know you need a logging axe for that, but I'm going for something else. I am going for the granite. Hello there, my friend. You're not really a friend. Alright, gotta level up. 43 in my magic. It's definitely a little behind. I'm like 70 something, I think, in my combat. I think I am anyway. Alright, well, it's getting a little bit dark, so we'll go ahead and get our fire spirit out. Over there. All right, how much granite did we get? Wow, only like 20? Sure isn't very much. I could definitely use some more. Make sure I'm not losing my bearings and going the wrong direction. Let's, night sure does look a lot different than during the day. That's because it's Unreal Engine, of course. I think there's some more granite up here somewhere. Is this it? This might be it over here. Stone, stone. Might have passed it. There's some more over here somewhere. It's just harder to see in the dark. Of course, because it's an, here we go. No. Oh, hello there. Bye-bye. Those dog things are chincho or whatever. They're a pain. All right, let's see. Check that map again. I'm really close to wherever it is. I know it's around here somewhere. Down here? Yeah, it might be down here. There's some sandstone on here. Oh, there's a wolf. Wolfy wolf wolf. Oh, there. Granite deposit. Oh, yep. Man, he's fast. I didn't think he'd come down here. There's a granite. There's 2 here. Okay. Alright, granite. Stone, stone, stone. Okay. Let me look on my mappy map. There is some more, it looks like, up here. How much do I actually have? I have 52. I kind of want a little bit of a decent stack. I want to pick up a little bit more. I'm terrible at spotting it out. It's probably one of the problems. Because I'm not actively always seeking it out, really, more than anything. Oh, there's a big boy right there. Just about got nailed by him. Kind of surprised he actually didn't get me. Okay, let's see here. If we can see. There should be some more granite, I think, around here somewhere. Here we go, right here. Stone, there's another granite. Whoops. Oh, there's an iron node now here. I didn't even really realize that that was even there. Even though I've been coming through here a bajillion times, it feels like. Let's see how much we got now. 78. Stone. More stone. Here we go. Here's some stone granite. Sandstone. I don't know if there's any. Yeah, I don't think there's anything. It even looks like vaguely like rocks up here. 92. That's good enough for me. Oh, there's a random dog coming around the corner. Also still cannot see very well. So I'll get me some light. Get some light going. It almost makes it harder to see too when you use the lights. That's Unreal Engine for you. And it's real-time lighting. Oh, where are they going? Interesting. Don't really need their stuff. But I should go ahead and go back to base and drop off all this granite. It's pretty heavy. Go back to the lodestone here. Go back here. And we're going to stow some of this granite away for using for that new smelter. Might put the granite and the stone in another container. Maybe up here. Yeah, I'll just throw it in there for now. You hit this link and then you can craft through this stuff in your resource and not have to put it in your inventory. So much more handy. I didn't know that at first until I looked up on things online and I was like, I wonder what that means. So it's a very handy little feature. So you don't have to worry about always getting your resources out and crafting. Oh, I'm in the wrong container. Make sure I got all, but I don't, yeah, I don't want to put that stuff in here. The top one's got all my hides and stuff. And of course, flax, bone, all right, now we got the granite. Now we need to go to a vault and get us some vault cores, and then we'll get some draconic leather just kind of roaming around in Fell Hollow. Maybe we'll do our quest, the mainline quest, kind of progress through it and make progress through that to be able to advance to Downtown Reach, which is definitely one of the big objectives, of course. We want to be able to do that. All right. Go ahead and teleport. I think this is a good vault to go ahead and head to in the Fractured Plains. We'll head to that. I might need to craft some more law runes thinking about it. 127. Yeah, once you get further away from some of the bases that you start traveling, start burning more of your law runes for traveling. That's something to keep in mind. It's pretty easy to craft runes and stuff. It's not too hard to get rune essences for that. But it's just one of those little resource management kind of things you got to do. Let's go ahead and just put a temporary marker here. And we shall follow it. I think it's that right there. Excuse me. We'll run over there and comb through that vault. Oh, somebody got me. Oh, yeah, that right there. All right. Try and make our way around over here to make our way to that vault. So we need mainly some vault cores. Vault shards, that kind of stuff. It's useful for crafting and stuff. I'll definitely take them, but definitely seeking out those cores. They're good for lodestones, and I'll need it for this next line of smelter. Let's see. Might have to pull out the map to make sure I'm heading the correct direction. Okay, it's like this way then. Am I gonna need to climb up? I think I'm gonna need to climb up. Okay. We'll use some wind step. I don't really need copper. It may be mainly for resources, and once I start building out my museum, I'll come back and farm what I need. But right now it's not a priority. Alright, let's see. Looks like it's down this way. I don't really need to harvest these because I'm about to go in a vault. So this vault is gonna, it's really good about having a lot of rune essences, even drop. Let's see. Oh, interesting. It must be up there then. It must be a pie. Yeah, I think it's a pie. Let's, there's somebody over there. I'll get rid of you. Gotta be careful when you walk through water. It actually slows your movement. That's kind of a smart design mechanic. I bet I need to go through here. So we'll go ahead and use rock explosion. Maybe that'll clear this path. You know it did, but not fully though. I really don't want those stones. We'll go ahead and get our pickaxe out. There we go. Oh, what? Oh, I was not expecting that. I don't really want this stone, so I may go ahead and drop it. There we go. And here we go. We will go inside this vault and see if we can get some more vault cores. We'll go ahead and do the full thing too, because I have not been in this one at all. Might have to swap out the melee just depending on how close quarters it ends up getting. All right. There's another buddy. Oh! Yeah, see lots of rune essences drop from these guys. They also drop stone too. Jagex could really actually kind of renovate these a little bit. Instead of just rinse and repeating these same vaults, they could basically utilize new assets and then have a variation in these types of dungeons. I think they are going to do that because I don't think there actually are any vaults in Down Reach, which is a good approach because in that way they're not rinsing and repeating too much. I feel like Breath of the Wild kind of took a weird approach. Like they utilize a ton of assets with their dungeons all looking too similar, and it just felt off. Let's see what this does. Nature. I think I really need. Oh, there's just a chest and a dead end. I'll take it. So I'll take that. I'll take the nature runes even though I don't really need them. Don't need the seeds. I'll take the shards, and that's good. Go ahead and take these out. Oop, missed. All right. Let us carry on and try and avoid these traps. I do really like that they came up with this kind of fun. Oop. Oop. little traps and stuff, and it makes you think and kind of makes really fun little level design elements for the dungeon carving. Let's go ahead and we'll just do a wind step over this. Just make it easier for myself. Might have been a little overkill to do that, but 10 ore, there's some more rune essence, don't see any chests or anything of interest. Oop, I meant to do B, not just jump. That actually works a little more efficient to getting over those traps. Kind of roll dodging. Oop, there's more enemies. Got them to go in their own traps. All right, let's see here. Whoop. Weird. Jump backward. Feel a little delay on that jump. I don't remember pointing it back. Hey, there's a chest here. We like chests. I'll take the rune essence, the rune, tome of artesian. Oh, that's going to be experience, so I'll go ahead and take that. Sandstone. That stuff's pretty easy to come by. Make sure that there's no like vault shards or cores. Mainly cores actually kind of sit on pedestals. I don't see anything that looks interesting. There's some stairs right there. Let's see around over here first. Don't see anything of interest. Is that granite? No, just stone. Most of this stuff is just stone. Let's see. There's an upstairs. Oh, yeah, and there's a core right here. All right. That's exactly what we're looking for. But we need, at the minimum, we need 2. All right, I'll take that. Oh, there's some lava buildup. I take that. Farming experience. I'll take that. I'll go ahead and take the clay. Oh, another artesian knowledge book. Ash logs. Yeah, they're pretty easy to get hold of. Is that granite? Nope. I keep thinking they're granite. I'm being silly. Wishful thinking. It's mostly just a resource probably for creating stuff. Yeah, just 10. Don't need the 10. Alright, let's see here. Got to time it just right to get through. Nope. If you try and jump through it when they're already protruded out, then it just turns into a wall. Wow. Let's see. Looking over there. Oh, yeah, there's a chest. We like chests. I'll take those fire rings. Those are recipes. I actually have my server set up for it. I don't have to worry about recipes. This makes a little bit of a convenience factor for me. There is a fire enema here. Why not? I could use some. And I have some in my inventory and I have a bunch stashed rune essences. You can actually, there's a way to turn them back into rune essences instead of leaving them that way. If you do have too many runes of some type. So utilize what you already have. That's kind of a really, really nice function. Greater confusion. Looks like we got a new spell released that we can use. Haven't used any of the confusion type spells yet. There's some rats down there. Just making sure I'm not missing any potential vault cores. Problem is I don't really feel safe to jump unless I use wind step. Oh. And then it doesn't work out because it kind of makes you float in the air a little bit when you use it. I can get back up there though with one step. Go ahead and check out, see what's down here first. Just some resources. Is that gold? No, it's copper. Lighting hit it just right. It makes it look like gold. Go ahead and run back up this way. What I probably could do is I could use wind step and just jump across to there. I can even just jump over that trap. Nothing of interest around that corner, but I need to go that way. Doesn't look like it. Yeah. We'll just use wind step and jump over this platform. I think it's because I'm using this heavy armor that's making my character not jump. Actually, no, take that back. It could also potentially be how much weight I'm holding. So probably a combination. You know, I'm not holding a ton. Oh, there's a core. Wonderful. Is that green? No, that's just this weird blue looking stuff. There we go. Jump over that. Oh no, this is actually a lever. All right. Wow, this is actually a really small vault. I'm already to the like boss chamber, I guess they kind of call it. But there he is right there. Wow, that doesn't go very far. Am I even hitting him anymore? Oh, I guess he's not ranged at all. I noticed they didn't make it to where they can pathfind outside this door. Kind of unfortunate. They should be able to make them small enough to where they should come through. Because then you can just walk past that door and just pound them with something ranged. There's a vault core. Looks like we've only so far gotten, like, what, how many we got? Cores? Yeah, we only got 2. Wow. I was hoping for more than that. That's unfortunate, but there's a chest over here. Sometimes these chests potentially have, can have both in them sometimes. But it doesn't look like it. I'll take wind runes, that's for sure. Oh, there's some shards. I'll take those. No cores, though. I can also, since everything just kind of respawns, you can always go to past vaults to kind of work through with that. But I'm going to try and go to areas that I haven't been to yet. Not make it too uber grindy. But I still am going to some certain places with certain resources to acquire. Kind of can't almost help it to some degrees, just because of how they make and design the game. So we're pretty much done here. We got the cores we need. So we can go back to base and be able to start using the next tier up of smelter. It's like a blast furnace or something like that. So now what we need to do is go back to one of my teleportation pads and make my way back to... Oh, there's bosses. Oh, fellers. Oh, what are you doing? Trying to get him to lock onto that archer over here. Water really made it hard to... Oh, there's another feller. Oh, does he seriously not get the same... Oh yeah, he does, good. I was expecting him to slow down as soon as he got in the water, but he didn't. Not until he got deeper. So that's also something strategic to think about. So if somebody's melee, get them in the water and they slow down. That's useful. Okay. We will need to make sure I'm heading the correct direction. Also, don't want to just straight up drop down into some areas that are too high for my character. It looks like some of these areas are. Ah, here we go. Here's this little area that I kind of came up from earlier. That's what I was looking for. So I could just kind of use it as a ladder to get down. Alright, so I need to go a little more to this direction. And then we should be getting pretty close to... Oop, go away, please. Do not want you to blow up in my face. We'll go around that camp. Hopefully we'll bypass any enemies. Just to kind of beeline where I need to get going. Oh, hello there, Whoopi. Oh, I can unlock there. We don't need to worry about him since we're already way out of his way. Oh, there's some more enemies, unfortunately, in our path. Even some of these loot bags that you pick up from enemies, they sometimes potentially have like rune essences and stuff, which are useful for creating runes, of course. Alright, so let's go ahead. Cannot stifle a yawn while you're... Okay. Not really sure why it said that. I couldn't even really see it. It was really small text. I feel like that is something on their dialogue they could technically... Maybe there's an option. I actually haven't looked. They need to make their font just a little bit bigger on some of the dialogue and stuff. Like that, what it just showed was perfectly fine. I could read it just fine. Alright. So, while we're here and it's night, I'm going to go ahead and sleep. That way my character can restore some strength. And then we'll get that next line smelter created. And I can actually I have enough to start with steel, so I could probably start building out some of that as well. Just give me 1 second. All right. And let's go ahead and just pack away some of this stuff we've been picking up. Get rid of this meat stuff. We can cook it later. Bone, yeah, a little small animal fang. Oh, it's 99. Wow, can't put any more in there now. We'll go ahead and take this ectoplasm out, throw that back in there. I need to really reorganize my storage just for convenience sake. But I'm not going to worry about it too much right now. That's something I'll do later. Excuse me. That's something we already have learned. So I'm probably going to just go ahead and destroy that just to get rid of the inventory space being consumed. Go ahead and come over here. Let's see. My clay's not in there. I think I keep a lot of the alchemy ingredients in here. We'll go ahead and put that in there. Loot bags can go in there. I'll open them up later. I usually just open them up in stacks. Why not? Just not really worried about doing some of that stuff right now. All right, let's see. Where did I put the clay? I must have clay somewhere. I just don't recall where. Ah, there we go. That'll work. Rune essences. Oh yeah, I should probably, let's see here. Law runes. Yeah, let's go ahead and create some more law runes. Because I'm going to be using... I'm doing pretty decent on air. I could create more, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. I play earth and fire because those are great for mining. We need to look for some, yeah, law runes. Okay, let's go ahead and max it out and then just auto craft because I don't have time for the, the auto tune. I could and it'd be fun, but I'm just, at least in this moment, I'm not interested. So that should be plenty. Now it's like 600 or so right now. Okay. Go ahead and get back to the main inventory. They can attack me all they want, but they will not get to me. And that is one reason why I love this base. Design it to where I am in a cave on a ravine, so they just can't get to me. Super, super useful. Go ahead and put these seeds over here. Nope, I can't. So we'll put them up here in this catch-all kind of right now. That's another experience. Anti-dragon shield. Oh, yeah, I forgot I actually had that. There's some equipment stuff that I have in this one. It's kind of turned into a catch-all as well. I'll just put it in here for now. I'm not going to worry about reading them right now. Those are skill lines that I'm not prioritizing just yet. All right, next in line is getting the new next tier furnace. Let's see, where should we? I mean, this is really just essentially for getting things done. I do want to redo a base, do something a little nicer. This is all just, I'm still trying to figure out the roofing. I'll do it later. This is just mainly getting through and crafting and progressing, and then I'll do some better builds. This is just basically sufficing. Granted, the nice thing is I actually don't have to do too crazy of an internal build, but you have to have roofs on certain crafting stations and like your bed and stuff. But I could come up with something a little bit aesthetically pleasing for in here, but I'm just not going to worry about it yet. This is going to be one of my main primary bases. I'll make some smaller ones out there in some different places, maybe even some like fun little villages or something, but I have to have a reason to build around something if I was to make a village, for instance. I think there's some vendors and stuff in Deadum's Reach. I might do something around those. We'll see. Just a matter of just playing around with it. Definitely enjoying this, having a lot of fun. Just making plans for the head. And yeah, let's go ahead and, I'm getting distracted, just kind of rambling here. Let's see, grindstone. Oh yeah, that's right, draconic leather. I forgot all about the draconic leather. So we need to go Hollow, find us some of those draconic dragon wolves, and then we'll create it and then have steel. While we're doing that, did I offload everything I needed to? Yes, I have a good clean inventory. Equipment's pretty good shape still. I'll go ahead and work my way back over to the Fall Hollow and start looking for some of those boobies. Maybe in the process, I'll go ahead and start on that Withering Heights. That's one of them. That's the primary quest line. Progress. I think I have to progress through it to actually get to Downton Reach. But in the process, I really do need to upgrade my tier equipment. And I'll need to look out for that weird stuff. It kind of reminds me, I think they got some ideas from Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom with the corruption and stuff, with that kind of stuff, which is really, I like their twist on it. It's kind of a neat idea what they did. But we'll go ahead and kind of head over here to these objectives. Lots of dead people here. Funny thing is, it's like, I killed one, it looked like another one just came out of nowhere. I guess that's kind of part of being undead kind of things. It's kind of like if you've seen Honor Among Thieves, Dungeons and Dragons. Those undead guys are like, oh, ready for round two? I'm like, oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. You just don't give up because you are undying. You're like dead, and you just get back up when you're ready to go again. All right, I think I think a lot of these nodes are going to still be depleted that I got recently on my last stream. That's all right. Oh, there's a cow here. I better get him before he attacks me. Oops, I didn't even do it third time. Probably should have got some more air runes while I was at it. Let's see here. I don't think I can talk to him. I think it's these stones. Standing stone. Let's go ahead and look at my... says, get location of curse fragments. It's a village once west of the tower that made my home. People lived together peacefully, happily under the guardianship of dragons. Grief and rage has made a prison. All turned to fear. I placed the piece of the curse within its heart, an anchor made of suffering. Okay, continue. Dragonkin knew cruelty well, creating creatures whose lives were songs and suffering beneath the remains of Aloru's lover, whatever that is. I probably butchered the name. Behind the waterfront, tainted by her sorrow, lies an ancient structure. Within it, hid a piece of the curse, guarded by the cruel masters that chained her. Yeah, it looks like these are all branching into 3 different quest lines of the main quest. East stands fortress, the house of the wild knights, brave soldiers, the Gluthics. They fought bravely against endless hordes of dead, but all things fell in the end. I have left a shard of the curse there, guarded by those last living protectors. I do kind of like how they you're reading dialogue, and they kind of implement some sound effects with it, with interaction. You kind of have a little bit of a kind of like I got sound effect that kind of reflect what you're reading. That was kind of smart. That is really kind of what you do if you decide. Ooh, sorry, I'm getting distracted. I think that's one of the wolves, and I need the leather, and they are guaranteed drops too. Let's see if it is. Is it? Yes, dragon wolf hide. All right, I'll probably need more of it, so we'll look around for some of them and just kind of. Oh, yeah. See, another one just walked up behind it or something, or rose up out of it behind it. I'm gonna check up here. I thought I've seen some more of those wolves kind of wandering around here in this kind of area. Maybe they like trees. I don't know. There's a cow. Can't see if that's... Yes, there are some over there. At least one I can see from here. That might be 2. Oh yeah, it's 2. All right. Yeah, I like that. I'll take it. I'm just gonna try and, if I can't, oh, that's a problem. See, if I go walk through that stuff, it's corrupted, but I really do want it. I didn't realize he was in the corruption. I'm gonna have to run back and cleanse myself. Is there one closer to me? I think there is. There might be one over there. Won't I? Oh, man. Yeah, you gotta be careful about this corruption stuff. Otherwise, I could run back to that center one. No problem if I do get myself corrupted. Because it's actually way down here, though. I kind of want to... Because they kind of have... No, I think that's because it kind of has that. Unless that's a marker I made and I didn't know it. Probably is. Let's see. I do want to mark this in some way, though. I'll just say that's kind of like a home area. That'll work. Actually, no. I shouldn't do that, probably, because there is kind of like a lodestone there. Let's go ahead and move that. I'll put it here. I'll just kind of put it as a platform. That'll work. Little icon. Man, I'm just gonna risk it because yeah, I'm gonna get corrupted from it because I'm walking through it. Yeah, so you can see it. I'm getting corrupted. I'm gonna go ahead and wonder. It's not doing what I thought it would do. I'll just go ahead and head straight back to that little cleansing platform. Should be just up here. Actually, it looks like it's dissipating. So that's kind of interesting. Yeah, you take one out and then another one just comes back. Yeah, it looks like it's not an immediate corruption. There's a meter of it, so I wasn't in it, I guess, long enough for it to corrupt, cause corruption issues. Oh, there's some more wolves right here. I should technically have enough to go ahead and craft what I need to. I think there's a couple more wolves over here. One, I'm just going to go ahead and just, I keep kind of acquiring a little bit more than I need to. Man, feels like there's a little bit of a frame drop going on here. I want you coming after me, buddy. All right. That should be pretty good. We're going to go ahead and head back to our lodestone over here. Do have a pretty good amount of coal to kind of start with. All right, this is going to cost me quite a few. Yeah, 29 law runes. That's why I need to start keeping more on hand. Further you go out, the more it's going to consume for teleportation. All right, so now I believe I'm actually going to have to, like, do I actually need to dragon hide? Yeah, I have dragon hide, and I need to turn it into, I think, dragon hide leather. Let me check the build real quick. Yeah, dragon hide leather. So I also need to wait. Wonder how many of these actually turn into it. Oh, so there's actually 6. Good. So it is more than enough. What's that? Dragon hide. Dragon blood. I don't really know what that's used for quite yet. I haven't looked into some of the recipes for this this biome. Just mainly some of the essential stuff that I'm needing. Let me get rid of some of these. This is undead meat, which is kind of disgusting sounding. But apparently you can use it for, whoops, mysterious benefits. Looks like we got some soul fragments also as well. We'll use that because that's also for vendor trading in that biome somewhere. That's also something new that I'm not familiar with yet. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Nephila? Okay. A flammable liquid. Okay, interesting. I'll just throw it in here for now. Just some leather scraps. I'll put that in before. I've been putting a lot of my fabrics and leathers. Put the blood here. I don't know if I have enough space, and yeah, I've been putting them here, I think. The zombie packs. That's still going to town. It's not night. I don't think I can rest, but I can lay down. It is kind of funny for the furnace you need to use leather, but I guess it must be for the resources that you use for the unit itself. There should be enough. Oh, yep, it should be. All right. So what I can do, couple of different things that I could do. Let's see here. I could even remove this furnace and put the new one there. I mean, I could technically use two, but I don't see a reason to be honest. Yeah, let's see here. I'm really overthinking things because I don't really need to be super organized. I'll do it later. I'll get a little more organized. I think I'll just put it right here. Oh, let me back up just 1 second. Let's see here. It's got to be... Looks like it won't... Oh, it will let me put it on that. For some reason, it doesn't want me to put it there. Probably because I'm too close to that, maybe, or something. Well, it's funny because you didn't even do that. All right. I'm trying to think, what should I do? I'll just, because I don't really care where I put it. I just need to be able to have access to most of my stuff. It just kind of seems kind of silly where I'm putting it, but I don't even care. Right now, anyway. I'll set up some more nice, neat things. Like make it into look like a blacksmith area and all that kind of stuff. But for now, I'm just going to do what I need to do to kind of get along with the progression and go from there. I have not picked up this meat yet. Been procrastinating on cooking. Let's see here. There's like 45 raw beefs. Why don't I just go ahead and... I don't need a split. I'll just grab it. There we go. Think. No, it's the next one over. I have a bunch of food. Draconic leather. Let's go ahead and put that with the rest of the leather. It should be not very top one. Man, you think I'd know my organization stuff by now. All right, so now we've got this. Now we need to grab some. Let's see here. There's coal and iron. Coal and iron equals steel. Let's see how this thing functions. So I need fuel, so I probably still need charcoal, iron, coal. Now I need, I can make up to 26 steel bars with that. That's wonderful. I don't think I'll need, well, this one anymore, so I'll just go ahead and rob all that for now. It won't let me put charcoal in it. So what kind of accepted items are, and it questions. Well, here's something that I probably need to look up. Let me... I wonder if there's different tiers of coal. I didn't actually look into this. Let's see here. Let me look it up real quick. All right. So, fuel pellets. So I need charcoal adhesive and coarse animal fur. Interesting. I feel like they Went up the tier level with multiple resources just to get fuel for this thing, because it was nice because you could just get like just regular ash logs and turn them into charcoal. And this Keelan over here, now I have to craft my fuel pellets for the blast furnace. A little bit more. I do have charcoal in my inventory. I definitely have adhesive. And coarse animal fur, I'm pretty sure I have. I'm not going to check. I'm just going to go look over here. Because it's at the crafting table. So it's going to be underneath maybe some miscellaneous. Let's see here. Yep, fuel pellets. And so it takes charcoal, adhesive, and of course coarse animal fur. I'm going to have to keep this into mind because I'll have to not use coarse animal fur so that I can continuously make fuel pellets. Let's go ahead and max this out to whatever we can make max, which is of course going to be our coarse animal furs. We'll have to start picking up those up a little more often. All right, let's go ahead and start. Hopefully those fuel pellets will last a while. The charcoal, I'm going to go ahead and put this in my inventory for crafting more fuel pellets later. I'm glad I was kind of building up on that swamp stuff to make adhesive. Now I'll need to get some more coarse animal fur. You can get it a lot of different, what do you call it? Just a lot of different random animals and stuff. All right, well, I'll let him recover his fatigue real quick, get it up to 100. Whoop. And then that way, there we go. I think I've only got like 2 steel bars. And since we can't sleep it out, it's just going to have to go to town while I have to wait for its normal stuff. So we'll go ahead and look at the next tier equipment. I think white plate body is one. There's steel plate. You can see here what it is and what it requires. Oh my, sacred oil? Do they all require sacred oil? It's called made from combining necrotic bone meal and ectoplasm used as a crafting component. So grindstone. I bet these bones that I've been picking up from these zombies, animal bone, ah, here we go, undead bone, is going to be one of the ingredients. What do you think? Yep. Let's go ahead and do that, grind that up. What other resources did it say it was? And ectoplasm, and I do have some ectoplasm. And I wonder if it's at the crafting table. Let's see. I don't see it. It might be in the cauldron then, maybe. Those are reagents. Sacred oil, yeah. So I need ectoplasm, necrotic, and then clay vessels. So I need some clay vessels. Just remembering where I'm keeping my equipment, so let's go ahead and hit this. I'll just craft, I don't know. I don't want to create that many, because we'll just do 10 for now. I'm going to have to fire it up too, because that's how pottery works. I'll feed them in the healing. Alright, Fire it up. Sure is an awful lot of crafting for... Yeah. Could probably go ahead and... Can we not? No, I need some clay vessels first. Gotta wait on a couple to pop out. If it was night, I could just wait all this crafting stuff out and then just pick it up. But that's just part of the process, unfortunately. But that's okay. We'll deal. Alright, so yeah. I can only craft one. I could craft... I actually need more ectoplasm because I only be able to create 2. Let's see. Let me go up to some of the higher tiers. Steel dagger. The scimitar is 49 of 103. The steel sword is 59 of 108. Mace is 73 of 130. So these are pretty easy. I just need to get me some willow logs. And of course I need more draconic leather. So I feel like I need to go and kind of like kill a bunch of those enemies just to acquire some more. I need some willow. Let's make some notes because this is getting into all sorts of just different stuff that I need. Oh yeah, so if I need willow, then it probably also means I need to upgrade my axe, because I can't, even with a spell, I have to upgrade my axe before I can more than likely get these logs. Yeah. Oh my. The chores. I can see why some people may not like these kind of games just because they're kind of grindy with trying to get different elements of equipment and stuff like that. But that's I mean, I kind of find this fun. I don't generally like very many of these types of survival games, and this is actually, to me, a lot of fun, and I enjoy it. I think some of these stabs and stuff are going to be over. Yeah, like that's the Mithril. Oh, that's Mithril Warhammer. Yeah, that's, because see, it's requiring Mithril. Mine is currently 4-1. That's a split bark staff. Sacred oil, fine thread. I don't have any fine thread yet. Made from, spun from, corpse cotton. Can be used as a bowstring and stitching weapon gear. Okay. All right. So I definitely need more, yeah, I need a lot more resources again. It's funny how it ends up working out that way. Nobody wants burnt logs. Come on. I mean, not burnt logs. You know, of course nobody wants burnt logs, but because then it's not usable anymore. But I meant burnt meat. Burnt logs aren't a pick-upable item. Let's go ahead and craft what I can resource-wise with this sacred oil. I can only create like 2. We'll go ahead and craft them. And I still don't think it's going to be hardly any equipment, if any at all, to be able to craft. Because I'll just need fine cloth. And more draconic leather. Oh, actually, fine thread for the sword. I was just going to stick with the sword for now and then come back and create these kind of things later. Just as, you know, I don't know, collecting to a degree. All right, let's see here. I've got 2. I don't even think I can create, like, gear either, like equipment. Let's see here. I'm going to keep, keeping creating the torso and legs for all armors, melee, and then using a head for like a mage type item. Just because of these, well, these right here, the bonuses. I like the first 2 bonuses for the fighter, and then I like the first bonus for the mage because it does stamina. This one does stamina block cost and then crit, and on top of the reducing stamina regen with the mage stuff. So let's see here. Let's see. Fine cloth. Ooh, I pressed a button I shouldn't have pressed. All right, fine thread. Let's see. Corpse cotton. Corpse cotton is dropped from Zorg's corpse cotton plants, which is used to create fine thread. They're big, giant looking creatures. There's only a couple of them that actually spawn. Or there's actually corpse cotton plants too as well, which is super helpful. There's not very many places. There actually is a few that I've already missed in the very beginning area, and I didn't know that. That might be worth going and looking at. Picking up some of that. But I also need, let's see here. And it's kind of gross sounding too, corpse cotton, huh? It matches this biome though, of all being undead. Just FYI, a little bit of heads up on my stream. I think I'll be playing maybe another 30 minutes or less. It's gonna be longer than yesterday, but not super long. Just because I want to get a few other things done, want to update some stuff like I mentioned earlier with my video setup, so that I can have a little bit of improvements with my content creation, with streaming, and be able to increase just different things that I do on my channel, besides just Let's Plays, and also have a silhouette so you guys can see me while I stream. I've just got to get some things set up, mainly for green screening, so I don't have a big old box in the corner or something, you know, and just kind of ironing out where to put my silhouette and whether I'm going to do it transparent, all that kind of stuff, just setting up those kinds of things. Don't want the burnt steak. Go ahead and get rid of that. Put that in here, and then we'll put these in there. Food away. Alright, well, I suppose it's gonna go back to finding more stuff. Yeah. I can tell it's kind of a rinse repeat. I feel like I can like jump through this stuff to the end game, you know, the next equipment tier super fast, but it doesn't always seem that case. I always seem to have to keep grinding for other things to get me in the next in line to get it. Maybe there might be some other ways to get there a little more efficiently. It'd be nice for a vendor system or some kind of a tier trading or some kind of, you know, something. I mean, because even in, I think in RuneScape, you can actually buy certain equipment depending on like what you have access to and stuff. Just from what I remember anyway. Wonder how long I've been on mute. Sorry about that, guys. I always try to remember to unmute myself, and yet sometimes I still manage to not. It's one thing that kind of helps when I actually have people in chat with me live. Then I can reduce that quality issue. Oh. That didn't work. For some reason, the auto aim was not aiming on him for some reason. Alright. We'll grab, that's an oak. That's ash. I don't know if there is any more willow over here. I think there was a couple. Yeah, there's only 2 over here, and then there may be some more. Let's see here. Go ahead and get my offensive stuff. Back over to the map. I think they're actually like right in here, but that's fine that I have that marked. I think there's some over here. Let's go check. Oh, there's another wolf anyway. We need to take them out. We need those resources. There we go. Oh, there's a lore book over here. We'll save that for later. Whoops. Not locking on. There we go. Yeah, when you use controller, you can use the like auto aim kind of feature, and it just kind of can cycle through those enemies that are around you. What is that? Another rat? Yep. Maybe use you for fuel. I'm like pretty close to where I was at. It's over to my left more, I think. Just gonna have to spot them out. I don't think this is a choppable tree. Oh, there's a chest right here, though. Oh, I'd have to have a shovel to actually get that out. I actually ever created one, period, yet. Alright. Oop. I want to make sure I'm not getting into corruption. I don't think this is corruption stuff. There we go. I think this is one because of the color of the leaves. Oh, hello there. There's a Vanaka, however you are. Alright. Not a pleasant landscape there, the young pup. Life is fading, draining away. Dragons hunger, rotten creatures, dragons. Even this willow grove is once home proud of the magnet nature spirit, is now corrupted by wither and rot. That poor spirit has withered away to nothing. This land is never gonna heal. We will need to save the rest of those spirits, and the only way to save them is to hunt them and kill them. Alright, interesting. Don't worry, that meant to be hunted. That's what the spirit way, the spirit nature, to be hunted and predator. Not slowly draining away by a monster, and you're the apex predator here. Alright. So this is just basically giving me a quest. And looks like there's some wells right here. Is this a willow? Yes. Alright. We'll go ahead and chop you down. I'm just trying to get quite a few, go ahead and mark it a little more accurately on the map. Oh, no. Oh. What's going on here? There we go. That actually has a an AoE effect, that very last flare that you can shoot out. That's kind of nice. They kind of came out of nowhere, literally, like nowhere. Whoops, I don't want that one. I want Splinter. There we go. Let's go ahead and harvest this. And then look for... There we go. Go ahead and get rid of this stump. Just get that little extra. Not much. Is this place like surrounded by willows? So that's ash. Willow tree, another willow tree right there. Man, the leaves are just so close in color. It's almost kind of hard to make them out. Should be able to do the splinter. Ooh, that looks like corruption stuff over there. That foggy stuff is definitely corruption. Make sure I don't get randomly attacked when I'm still trying to get some more of these willow trees. We'll go ahead and get this one. And we'll go ahead and use Splinter. All right. And go ahead and get rid of this stump. Oop. If we can actually hit it. Wow. See, that's how pathetic my character can jump. There we go. A little run into it. A little bit better. Let's go ahead and go to my map. Wonder if I can actually... Oh yeah, you can see the 3 areas of my next points of interest for the main progressive quest. Basically spreads out the whole biome. I haven't quite, of course, explored it yet. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and head back to the lodestone. I think I've gotten everything, but did I even get any ectoplasm? Yes, I did. I only got 4. Wow. I bet I need to start opening those zombie bags. Oh, I've got a good amount of willow now. I've got a full stack of 99. I wonder if it's only those weird zombies that actually drop it, that look a little kind of glowishy, that actually drop the ectoplasm. I think it is. Because they're kind of ghosty figures. Here we go. We'll take that wolf. Can use your resources for sure. All right, yeah. I think this is a good point to wrapping it up and head back to the base. Just kind of drop off some of the stuff we picked up so that we can continue our upgrading of equipment. I could technically run around and do another loot run with coal and some iron in this area, but I think this is a pretty good place to actually wrap the stream. And like I said, I wanted to kind of do a few other little different things this afternoon. All right. Wow, see, yeah, look at that. 79 law runes to head back to my base. That's why I need to keep tons and tons of them on hand. For sure. Because I'm going to roll through those law runes pretty quick by traveling large areas. Another reason why I could also create another secondary base somewhere to an extent. But anyway, let's go ahead and do a little bit of organization here. Get some things stored. My keyboard is not responding, unfortunately. Let me check my Bluetooth real quick. I don't see it on here. Might turn it off, turn it back on. You know, Bluetooth works if you work with it. It's really handy because it's wirelessly, but my goodness, when sometimes it doesn't like to work, it just doesn't like to work. But I usually see that it's pretty reliable when it works. Is it connected? There we go. All right, now I can do it. That's right. Okay. Hard leather scraps. Let's go ahead and drop off the scrappy stuff up here with all that leathery stuff. So that dragon hide should be turned into dragon leather. Animal scraps. Bird nest is actually a package I could be opening. Let's see here. Corpse cotton. That needs to be spun. Lots of different things to do. Oh yeah. Throw the swamp tar in here because I can start using this stuff a little more often since I'm using it for fuel. Get these wood out of here and then just keep this as mainly like ores and like iron kind of stuff or mining type resources. This is just kind of a catch-all for now. Yeah, not really stuff that I'm interested in. I wonder what comes in these. Ah, yeah, that'll be useful. There's astral runes, earth runes. I think I might have saw some coarse fur. Yep. That'll be useful. Some of these higher tier bag pack drops have a lot better resources, random resource drops in them. Some of those lower tier ones weren't as useful for me. That's why I just kind of never really opened them much. Trying to remember where I put the ectoplasm. Actually, I think I used most of it, so I'll just throw it in there for now. Soul shards. I'll throw in here. Dead meat, I think I just threw it in here. These bones need to be grinded. Okay. Draconic leather. And we need some corpse cotton spun. So it turns into fine thread. Go ahead and hit that. And let's see here. Got some ores I can just go ahead and throw in the ores. I must have picked them up in the packs. And some random farming type stuff that I haven't really gotten into this stuff yet. Eggs. I really don't know what that is. I think I just threw it in this, did I not? Yeah, I did. Herbal type stuff. There's some zombie packs. More zombie packs. If I haven't been opening them, I'll just go ahead and open them. Yeah, I'm gonna have to upgrade some of my storage. Eventually, I'm just gonna be pressured to have to do it. as far as making more of that sacred oil, I don't know if I actually can make much, because I didn't find much ectoplasm. It's right here. I can make one more. It's not because of my vessels, it's just because of how much ectoplasm I have. Haven't quite found it enough. Netrocon bone meal. Go ahead and craft it. Just throw it in here with my other resources. Where I exactly put it. I think I put it in this box here. Oh, that's weird. Oh, it's up here. Yep, there we go. I don't know if that's actually enough to even craft much of anything steel-wise. Deal is, I need to upgrade my my pickaxe, and then I probably need to upgrade my wood cutting axe, because once I get to the next tier level, I need to have these higher end equipment stuff to be able to hire, a higher end resource. So I'll probably at least need steel to get me through, which makes sense. That's enough to do the steel. I need more. I need fine thread to be able to do the logging axe. I can actually do a steel mace. Still would rather have a sword for some reason, even though the steel mace might be a little easier to get my hand on crafting wise. Common leather. Alright. Kinda wanted to check out. I'm going to check out the next in line. I think I have this one, the Dragon King Mage Hood. Let's see here, Split Bark Helm. I think that's the next in line one. No, wait. No, that's a different. Yeah, it is. The next mage. Well, actually, this would be, wouldn't it? The Shadow Scale Hood. Yeah. No, it's not. That's Rogue. Sounds roguey too. Mystic Hat. I think it actually might be the dragon hide. Green dragon hide coif. So I need green dragon hide leather to be able to do that, and I wonder how I get that. Because there is that. Yeah, there is the split bark as well. Anyway, I'm just looking for now and just kind of brainstorming. It's easy to get consumed in this stuff. I'll go ahead and pick up my stuff. It looks like most of the stuff is done. And I'll put it away. And this is a good point to wrapping it up. Really appreciate you coming in and joining me. If you like this kind of content, I highly recommend you to subscribe. You want to stay on insights of my game developments, you can get updates this way. Or if you really just enjoy my Let's Plays to chat and chill, highly recommend you doing that. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, share if you really like and enjoy and want to share that with a friend. Be much appreciated. I set these up so we can kind of chat and chill, live chat, and if you just want to leave a comment, leave a comment. That's what we're here for, to chat and enjoy our company. And I believe my next time streaming, I may stream some more Monday. We'll see. It really depends on how much I get on this camera setup. But as always, be positive, be creative. Have a good one. Goodbye.